Want to watch the unboxing and how to set up this Weber grill? Watch this video and you'll find out step by step. So this is how it came from Amazon. So you can see they used the original box for shipping. Owner's guide, assembly guide, warranty. These feel really light. Oof. It's really heavy. Recommends a soft, flat surface for assembly. So what better thing than the box that it came in? It's flat, it's soft, makes it easier height for me to work on. Step one. Everything is in relationship to the handle as well. So I'm gonna put the handle in relation to the drawing that we have. So there's a groove here for this, and these tabs are facing down, because this groove goes in here. So each of these legs go into these notches, go together. So like, oh, so that notch goes there. Step two. We're taking the long one. It looks like you can see here, it's got damaged in transit. But as far as I'm concerned, it's still gonna work. No, both pointies are out. So this is pointing out, this is pointing out. Not like this, but like this. Going in like this. Like that. Step three. Handles here, straight legs here. Okay, we're going to twist it down. Until this comes out. Step four. Next leg. Next piece, both pieces pointing outward. Get it clipped there. Well, when you look at the drawing, it shows it in this hole and not this one. So same thing, we turn, pop out like that. That'll hold it into place. So step 4 was inserting the clip. Step 5 was inserting the leg. Step 6 is Putting this in here. And just like I did, step 7 then is putting that in there. Step 8 is taking this leg, both pointing down. Oh, it actually shows it goes in the left hole. Because then when it's in like this, now it's going to match this. Bear that in mind. There it goes, just popped out. So step 9, part of step 9 is putting that in there. 10. Wheels and cotter pins. Solid spokes facing out. Cotter pin, you want it to go to this middle section. As you can see there. You may have to push this wheel in here. You may have to push in like this so you can see the hole for the cotter pin to go in. That's 10A, B, 10C. We're just placing these in the holes, covers up the cotter pins. Like I said, do this in the shade. Line one hole first. Then you can simply go around and push. It's 11. Cap here. Okay, I had to move it out of the sun. This stuff was getting way too hot. I was getting way too hot. Like I say, I recommend doing this in the shade because this stuff will absorb the heat from the sun and make it very hot. Step 12. We already opened one parts bag and that included some of the pieces. You got 2 of these pieces, a bag of washers, nuts, and a single bolt. This piece, and there's a tool for turning the nuts. Looks like it's in the handle bag. The wire piece itself. So it's going to go in, what it's going to do, it's going to go in here. Never rush doing these things, take your time. Best policy. Let's not forget we need to put this piece in. It's going to go in through here. Like this. And we need nut washer. Wide side first. Washer. So we'll go here. Then we want washer, nut, before I tighten it, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Yes, the diagram shows to do both sides. Wide side first, washer, put this in the hole, washer, nut. Now we need 1 washer, 1 nut. The screw leaves 2 washers. And that's where this is here. This piece here is out. Matches with this. The screw is got a square. It's got a square section, so that's going to go into this square section. And that all goes into here. Washer. And that all got to be tightened. Let's see how well this works. There's too much space here. I don't think that's going to go all the way. Maybe I just have to turn harder. Yep, that's what it looks like. So this doesn't give you a lot of leverage. Not the best tool. You get what you pay for. Yeah, that's way too loose here. I'm gonna get a crescent wrench. I admit physically I'm not real strong, but using something with so little leverage to tighten these up all the way is really hard on my fingers. If you have a crescent wrench, it'll give you more leverage, takes less strength. See how much easier that is? If you don't have a crescent wrench, I highly recommend you get one. You'll find it comes in handy in a lot of applications. That's tight, but at least everything's tight now. Step 13. So it does show that these are in here. That's the way it came. In case yours didn't, they should be inserted like that. And then this, here and here, that one goes there. That one goes there. And then there. Step 14. Smaller grill. This is actually pretty heavy. Goes there. I mean, this makes sense. Obviously, this is going to go here. Oh, it still has the plastic. So these have a space on them. You can just pull that away from there. I guess it's for putting something up higher off the fire. 15 is assembling the handle. Need a Phillips screwdriver and one screw. There is no top or bottom. Also the best is like this. Kind of angle it. Bring it forward. Should match. There we go. There. 16. Do not over tighten. 2 washers and 2 nuts. So these pieces will go underside. The washers will go on the top side. Washer. Washer. Like that. Let me bring it around. Always hand start screws so you don't strip the threads and have it become unusable. Now, since they don't want us to over tighten, we'll go ahead and use this and not the crescent wrench. think that will be good. $17. There's a wing nut in here. Notch. There's a notch in the top. Matches. This also has a notch. So it goes like that. There again. Let's turn this over. Now we have a thermometer. Make sure all parts are assembled. Hardware is fully tightened before operating the grill. Complete. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already for more videos on how to cook using the grill. You can see here what this is for. You can take the lid, and that holds the top so that you don't have to, you have a place to put your lid. All right? Thanks for watching. It fits out. Woo, it's hot. Ha, ha.